All right, everyone, it's Taco Tuesday, and I have you covered with the top props on Prize Picks today. But first, as always, just a quick recap from the previous slate. Kind of joking there. This past weekend, a lot of you guys know, I mentioned in the last video that I was expecting the birth of my firstborn child this past weekend, and that occurred. With that, a little bit tired, whatnot. Went well. Appreciate everyone in the comment section of the previous video wishing me congratulations, and I'll go ahead and say that for anyone that does that in the comment section of this video. But with that, I wanted to run a promo on the website kind of in honor of that. Also, the FedEx Cup playoffs are coming up here, so here is the promo that I'm going to be running out on the 9 to 5 website. It's going to be 50% off first time members for the first month. Use the promo code playoffs and you guys will get 50% off, basically $5 off the $10 membership. So get in there and check that out. I did have some comments from people kind of asking ways that they could, donate and whatnot as well. That's a simple way you can do that as well. But let's go ahead and take a peek at the board. The nice thing about me recording this video around 10 a.m. my time is that the board is going to be fully populated. Now, we should be expecting the first taco to be available at the start of the early afternoon, maybe an hour before noon Central Standard Time. So hopefully a lot of these props I'm going to mention are going to be props that we want to go ahead and attack. And actually, one of the best ones that we have is going to be Oppenheimer himself, Tyler Glasnow. It's a little bit of a joke there. I don't know if you guys have seen the memes out there, but like here's one of them. I mean, it looks just like him, but that's going to be a pretty good prop that we have available on the day. And actually, we'll get into MLB right now. We're going to see that it's a prop that we actually want to bet the under on. And this is a pretty strong under bet that we are getting here. Both the projection says he's going to struggle, albeit 34 for a projection is extremely high. Same thing for the Vegas line being at 36. What this is essentially saying is that he is not going to get a win. We look at the lines that we get for him. We can see that the pitcher strikeout props is extremely high. If he gets that, obviously that's going to be a lot of points. If he gets the over there, 9 times 3, that's 27 points right there. If you tack on a quality start, the outs for, at least 6 innings pitch, it is a line in which you could see him getting there, okay? But the line does feel a little bit tight. It really matters on if he does get that extra strikeout, that 9 strikeout, that seems to be the biggest deciding factor, or if he gets the victory, okay? All in all, we can see why the projection data might not be favoring that as much, okay? And then in terms of other hitting fantasy or pitching fantasy score props where we might be wanting to bet the under, maybe Corbin Burns for the under, could roll with that. That's not terrible. But let's get into the hitting fantasy score props. Over the past weekend, we had so many good ones, and I was kind of upset that I wasn't able to do any videos for you guys, just given the fact that there were like 3 really solid hitting fantasy score props each day. So hopefully the 95 members were able to take advantage of those. I know that they cashed at a good like 65%, which is obviously a lot better than the kind of EV number that we always try to hit, about 54%. Today though, it's tight. It's a tighter board. It's Taco Tuesday board that we're getting today. Looking at it, we don't have any that would meet the threshold that I typically like to see, where we're looking for a batter to get the prop line difference based on the Vegas line over by 2, and also the projection data over by 2 as well. We are not getting that today. Now, yes, that can change throughout the day, but really, if we were to choose anyone from here, it'd feel like we are forcing it. And even looking at the over or under percents, we're not getting anyone that suggests that we should be doing that. And once again, De La Cruz is the player that seems to always be the player in which the data does not like for the over fantasy points, hitting fantasy score points. And if we look at it, that has been something that has been profitable. Maybe not the last 2 games, but for a while now, it has been a good situation to be attacking there. There's a lot of hype around him. There's a lot of name value there. What I want to do real quick, though, is just take a peek at the odds that we are getting. Are there any games that we want to be attacking? And we will see. There are none, right? Like maybe the 9-point game here, 9-run total game there. Maybe this one as well. But for the most part, we don't have any 10-run games. We don't have any 11-run games, okay? So for the most part, it makes sense why we are not getting any standout hitting fantasy score props, okay? A little bit of worry there, right? Maybe this 9.5 game, maybe roll Trey Turner in some capacity. Wouldn't hate that. Maybe Manny Machado as well. Trey has been a little bit hit or miss. You could roll with that, though. Maybe more of a game stack if you're trying to attack the best game on the slate, but we're not getting any Manny props just yet. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go into the Prize Picks prop board here. We're going to see we are getting a decent amount of good pitching strikeout props. Okay, we got Chris Bassett, which is probably the best prop that we're going to get on the day. I actually wonder, let's see here. I want to see if Underdog has actually bumped this already, because that's typically a good sign of it being a really good prop. And they have not, okay? So hopefully, fingers crossed, that this prop will be available throughout the day for you guys. We can see he's projected to get 4.87 strikeouts, okay? So a little bit higher than the Vegas line that we were getting there. Love to see that. Should be a good prop. 54% chance basically for that one to hit as well. And if we look at it, very consistent. This is the exact type of game like that I like to see, more so in NBA. It just echoes consistency, but we can see 5 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, 4 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, extreme consistency there. At least we know he's going to give us a good try at getting the 5 pitch and strikeout props, right? Hopefully he pitches 5 innings. Hopefully he gets a strikeout per inning. That's what we're going for there. Then the other one is going to be Walker here. Minus 135 to get over 4.5 strikeouts. Now he's only projected at 4.41. So if it doesn't hit, we can look back at this projection number and say, okay, it makes sense. But he does have, Vegas is giving him a 53.7% chance to get the over there as well. Now he is someone that, you know, maybe not as much of a consistency standpoint here for him. And he is going to be pitching in that game that is probably one in which we want to be stacking the most in terms of like hitting fantasy score. But all in all, we are getting a pretty good line here. Those are 2 pretty solid pitching fantasy or pitching strikeout props that we were getting there. And I think those are going to be solid. You know, really with Taco Tuesday, what are we trying to do? We're trying to find the 5 best individual bets to go with each taco. That way we only need to hit 6 in order to have a profit on the day. Obviously we hit 7, 8, 9, 10. We are sitting very well on the day. Let's just see if we are getting any other good props at all for MLB. We got another one here. Griffin Canning. Yeah, walks allowed 1.5. Projected at 1.93, not a terrible one there. About a 53.6% chance for that one to occur, so not terrible there. So yeah, it seems like we are getting some pretty darn good ones for the pitchers. And I like going with pitchers because I feel like they're a little bit more consistent in their lines. For me, that's like chasing a receiver reception prop, or even like a points, rebounds, assist prop for basketball as well. Let's just take a quick peek at WNBA. Now it is a little bit early in the day. I don't think we're going to get too many crazy ones. Yeah, we're not. But let's just see if we are getting any big prop line differences between PrizePicks and Underdog. Obviously, we can typically gain an edge doing that. Nothing too crazy here. This is a very interesting line here for Brittany Griner. Okay, PrizePicks has her points prop set at 17.5. Vegas has set at 16.5, and they're giving her about a 53% chance to get the over at 16.5. We do see the number on Underdog probably more accurate just based off of that at 17. So maybe bet the under there. I don't really like that, especially given the fact that the projection data likes her at 19.7. So maybe just to stay away there. But we can see on the day, that's kind of what we are getting as a whole. Like maybe more props where we're just staying away WNBA wise, which thankfully that's the case. And I really will be upset if one of the tacos that we get today is a WNBA prop, because there's just no consistency really in the data. It's spread over the board. The projection data, Vegas line, Underdog, PrizePicks, there's a lack in consistency there, which sure, there might be an edge there some days, but that just tells us that there's not a good prediction level there for WNBA. So real quickly, let's go ahead and get into some esports. These have been kind of nice lately. The only issue with esports props is that it's very much EV based betting, where you are just taking the best bets that we have on the day and just consistently betting them, knowing eventually they are going to hit. It can be one of those situations in which you miss for 5 days and eventually that 6th day, your 3-leg bet, 4-leg bet, or whatever, it finally hits. Okay. It's kind of a mental struggle in that aspect, but still, these are some strong prop bets that we're getting. And so one of the ones that I had to add in there was the map kills through maps 1 through 3. I had to add that in there this past weekend, and we are getting a pretty good one here. So we're probably going to take this one. Solid Snake. Gosh, these names, right? But if we look at it, 7.5 for him, we probably would want to bet the under there on PrizePicks, because Underdog has the line set at 6.5. Chances are it should be 7, right? We typically don't get that big of a difference, but we can see a decent difference there. Not exactly a lock and load prop. Let's just take a peek at ones in which the line is vastly different. And so really for headshots, 2 is the biggest difference that we're getting there. Probably not enough to really go out of our way to attack that. Let's just flip this around for both of them. Maybe a little bit better props. Like if you want to bet the over for these two, not terrible. Probably what I'll end up doing if we are forced to do so. Yeah, those are fine. Then we'll do that again with the prop line difference, seeing if we're getting any vast differences there. And we are nothing too crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a bet slip for you guys to pair individually with the tacos for this Taco Tuesday. All right, so getting into it, we did see that these are the 3 best bets that we have available on the day. Just looking at the Vegas lines, obviously we're just hoping that those do hit at their projected rate of about 54-ish%. If they do that today, we should have a solid day, a profitable day. I don't exactly love the idea of betting the unders for these two. because they've been some of the best pitchers lately over the past, 3 starts or so. That is a worry. If they get a win, that's going to hurt. That's just the board that we have right now. I typically don't like to mess with the pitching under props too much for fantasy score, but that's just the slate that we had. I wish we had a little bit better League of Legends props, and that obviously that's going to be something that updates throughout the day. Hopefully we get better ones, but as it sits right now, as I'm recording this video, that is all that we have. Real quickly, just want to remind you guys of that promo code, 50% off new members for their first month. So get the $10 membership for $5. Already great value. I'm kind of just doing that for you guys. And that's going to go up until the Tour Championship for golf. So make sure to check that out. Great promo. Take advantage of it. But that's going to be all for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the coverage. If you did, you know what to do. Give that like and subscribe. Let's have a good day today. Happy Taco Tuesday. Let's keep cashing.